How's it going, guys? This is week 14, the final week of Big Juice Champions League Season 3. It has been a ride. 14-week season. It's been quite long, but we're sticking with it. We've got the Salford Swablus here on the left from our Malsol down to Ferrothorn. And we're up against tabs with the Breloom Bambinos. Now, my dock is a bit fucked there. This is Fluttermane. That's right. This is a scary matchup. So this Fluttermane goes pretty hard into all of my team if I'm not ready for it. Same for Breloom, can do quite a lot of damage. I've seen him set up stored power sets with weakness policy Necrozma, so I gotta be really careful. I want to do lots of damage to it, but I don't want to accidentally pop up a weakness policy. You've got some more bulky 2 unaware mons here with Skeledirge and Quagsire. That is a little scary. So this is going to be a tough matchup. Okay, so going into this match, first thing, we look at the speed tiers here on his side. We've got 135, 135, 121, 85. So you got quite a bit of a gap in between. So for especially these mons here, not that I'm bringing all of these, but I can really exploit that run. Sort of, I don't have to run speed boosting natures on a lot of these Pokemon. And then the 85 and 80 ones here, I don't think they're going to be running like speed boosting natures. Masquerain will probably be like timid max speed. But besides that, I don't have to invest a lot in speed on the lower tiers. And as long as I have things, 1 or 2 Pokemon that can take care of these, outspeed and kill, then the rest I can make a little bit more bulky. Okay, so here's the team. We have Galvantula with the Focus Sash, Modest Nature, 252 SPA. Okay, so I did put more. This is an older version of the Pokepaste. I did put units into HP as well. But 176 speed with a Modest Nature, so those Thunders are going to do a lot better. That Masquerain is our sort of rival here. Does not want to be taking a Compoundized Thunder. So this guy's job, I want him to come in, I want him to click Sticky Web, I want him to get some Paralyzers off, and then he's alright to die. Volt Switch is great as well. Then we have Great Tusk, Adamant Nature, Choice Scarf. 244 speed with the Scarf lets it outspeed those base 135 mons at max speed. So let's hope for the best there. So we got Rapid Spin to get rid of any hazards. He's got a few hazard setters on his team. He's got Overquill, can get Toxic Spikes, got Quagsire, gotta be ready for that. And the Sticky Webs on Masquerain, obviously. Then we've got Headlong Rush, Close Combat. It's not Tusk's best matchup, but those strong physical moves are going to take it through these two, and Boltund if he brings it. Skeledirge as well is going to be weak to a Headlong Rush. So I think overall it's a good bring. I think it was the right Pokemon to outspeed those higher tier mons. Then we have a max HP, max special defense Rotom with the heavy duty boots, Levitate. This is my Fluttermane counter, believe it or not. I really don't have anything else that can take it on and take a hit from it. So my plan is to, again, with Galvantula alongside it, just get as many Thunder Waves on the opposing team as I can. Just be annoying with Pain Split, and then Volt Switch, pivot myself into something where I can set up or just go to town with. Iron Moth is doing Iron Moth things. Again, Modest Nature, I don't have to run as much speed on this, which is great, but 1 agility and it will outspeed everything. Fiery Dance to keep setting up Energy Ball, Sludge Wave. I can't hit everything super effectively, but I think those 3 moves give me the most coverage. Then we have Samurott Hisui with the Choice Band, Adamant Nature. We're putting a bit into special defense. just to take some Skeledirge hits, some Masquerade hits. But we've got the Adamant Choice Band, so these, so that Sucker Punch is going to take out Fluttermane. And for anything else, these two moves are going to do lots of damage with Sharpness. Ceaseless Edge is going to get those spikes. Goes quite well into a lot of his team. And then we've got Ferrothorn with the Rocky Helmet. It's for Lopunny, Rillaboom, any of the more threatening physical attackers. Get those Iron Barbs. Also, I know it's going to attract in Skeledirge. It's going to attract in Fluttermane. So if I can get Toxic off on the switch in and then pivot into something else, I think that'll do well. So, without further ado, let's look at the replays. So game 1. So this is the team he brings. Firstly, no Rillaboom. That surprised me. I was quite happy about that. I was quite worried about Rillaboom. But have to see what he does with this. So, let's go. We're sending Galvantula. We get a Thunder Wave straight away. Does a little bit of damage. He gets poison. That's fine. I've done a Thunder Wave. I've got up a Sticky Web. Galvantula's done his job. He's going to Volt Switch out. We go into Moth in case he thinks I'm going to switch out. And he's going to try and poison something. So I'll go into a Poison type. Figure, might as well just get the agility. What I don't account for here, straight away, is that I can't 2-hit KO the Skeledirge. So, Moth doesn't do quite as well in this first game. I'm just going to do as much as I can to Skeledirge, and then I take that. That's pretty good. So he switches that out. We get a Sludge Wave on the Masquerade. Masquerade comes in, kills it off. But I've done quite a bit of damage to Skeledirge and to Masquerade, so that's not terrible. Okay, so now we have Fluttermane come in and Rotom Fan. So we get the Thunder Wave. No, we don't get the Thunder Wave. So that's the max special defense doing not a lot. Well, it's not 2-hit KOing. So we get the Thunder Wave, we get the Sticky Webs. It pretty much forces it out at this point. That was a bit unfortunate. Ping Split, we lose a bit of health there. That didn't work too well. We Volt Switch out, so he can't set up a Sticky Web. Now that taunt is a little bit annoying, but usually I was able to read it throughout this match. So I got a knockoff instead. Stop that Black Sludge recovery. Come back into Rotom. Get rid of our spikes. Get a little bit of health back from Rotom. And now it's great for us because we could go straight into our Great Tusk with the Scarf. Take that out with the Paralysis. Now, this Necrozma starts getting up Cosmic Powers. It's not fun for us, as you will see. We do get a Paralyze on it. Good start. Get a bit of health down. As it still keeps doing. I realise I can't do too much. I swap out. We go into Ferrothorn. But if I can't attack it straight on with its defense boost, then I'm going to Leech Seed. Or not. Okay, and then I know he's Resto Chesto. That's good information. We get a knockoff. He starts going for Store Power, and it doesn't do too much. So if I can Toxic Leech Seed him, then hopefully I can win this 1v1. He does just continue to rest, but at least now he's asleep. So I can get a bit of damage on him before he wakes up again. But this kind of does just go on for a little bit. It is a little bit of a 1v1. Who can stall out the other? He goes for more Cosmic Powers. He wants to get those stored powers even more powerful. Still not going to 2-hit KO. So I switch to Hisuian Samurott here because I know if he's going to go for stored power, then I'm immune. I can start setting up some spikes with some super effective damage. If anything's going to be putting damage into Necrozma at the moment, hopefully it's the one with the choice band. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate. It's not a huge amount, but I'm getting Leech Seed, I'm chipping it down, and I'm setting up spikes. And he's still asleep, so this is looking good for us. He rests again. You see how this goes, and then he switches out. I'm not too sure why he switches out there. I think he could have just kept stalling me out. I was worried that he was just going to completely stall me out and I wouldn't be able to touch him. But he does. He gets an Intimidate up. That's pretty big. So switch out here. Gets a Fake out. Get some chip damage. That's pretty big. Rings and Skeledirge. That was unfortunate. I was hoping that would take it out. Just the Leech Seed. Because now I do have to switch out Ferrothorn. And he can recover. See, I could have risked it, but I don't think it was worth it. Ferrothorn's too valuable. Those defenses. That was unfortunate, because we do get the Will-O-Wisp. And we get another miss there. Not going our way at the moment. We go into Rotom because it can definitely take a Skeledirge hit. And we think, let's cripple it up down a little bit. Because now I can Pain Split. Now Great Tusk can come in. I know it outspeeds everything else. That Headlong Rush is just going to do huge damage here. Necrozma's not going to wake up. That's huge. And at this point, he just forfeits. So, on to game 2. That's one up. And we only lost one Pokemon in that. So, it's pretty impressive. So, game 2. Let's see how this goes. So, I lead Rotom. He leads Skeledirge this time. I go for a Thunder Wave. He knows I'm going for a Thunder Wave. So, he switches to Lopunny. Doesn't get that up. Now, that was a very unfortunate switch. So he switches out to Skeledirge. I go into Ferrothorn. Good read on his part. Gets a burn on the Rotom. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. So here I get a Ceaseless Edge up. Doesn't do a huge amount, but that's fine. We've got one layer of spikes. Taunts me. That's absolutely fine. I should have read that, but there's not too much else I can do. What was I going to do? Close combat? Resist it a little bit. So we switch out here and we have a little web off. Doesn't do too much. We survive, we get the sticky web up, and we die. Galvantula, salute to you. You've done your job. The problem now is we do need to get rid of our own sticky web. And I keep forgetting I can do it here, just with Rotom. This is for the last resort there, that's pretty big. But I go for the Rapid Spin on the Scarf Tusk, switch straight back out again. See, now that's pretty good for him. He set up another sticky web, got rid of their own. Blizzard. Interesting. To go for a Leech Seed, just drain him out. I wasn't sure if he was going to switch out at that point or not, so I figured Leech Seed just to win. It will die either way. So we take a Torch Song. We're going to Pain Split up a little bit, get a bit of health back. And I realise I'm probably not going to outlive him, but I do need to get rid of this sticky web, so I go for the Defog finally. Goes for the Taunt, but I read that again, get the knockoff. Now here I get a very lucky crit. Headlong rush doing 65%. That's gonna stop him being able to do what he did last game with Necrozma, and that is huge for us. So he sacks it. That's fine. Goes into Flutter Mane. Now, what I didn't know from last game, because it was paralyzed, is this Flutter Mane was Choice Scarfed. So that does outspeed and kill Tusk this time, which we didn't know about last time. That's okay though. So we bring in Moth. Now, that is a powerful Fiery Dance. So I could have gone Agility, but that would have given Skeledirge a little more leeway. I think let's just get some damage straight up. Either we take out the Flutter Mane, or we do something on someone else and get a special attack boost, which we do, so that was very lucky on our part. Now this is huge. So he switches out. We go for a Sludge Wave, because I figure it's going to hit most things pretty well. Sludge Wave did 68.2% to an Overquill. That was pretty good. So we're just going to take it out. We get the next boost. Loudpony does come out here and just finish Moth off. That's fine. Salute to you. Get Toxic on the Skeledirge. That's going to be huge. So it's coming very close at the moment because I've got Rotom on 20% and burn. I don't want Samurott to be burnt or harmed, otherwise I'll pretty much lose to Flutter Mane and Lopunny. So I really got to figure out how I balance switching these two out at this point. Do a little bit with Pain Split, and then Rotom's done his job here. Salute to you. We get Sucker Punch. That was big. He could have switched out at that point. That might have ended me. Goes into Lopunny here. Get some chip damage. That's huge. And now quite safe to switch back to Samurott. Get a Ceaseless Edge up, I believe. That's going to go for the kill. And now all I have to do for Lopunny is just switch to Ferrothorn, let the Iron Barbs do its job. And that's it. We won game 2. And that's the set. So, that is the end of the season. We've made it to playoffs. I'm going to be doing a bit of a recap video coming out before our first playoff match on Sunday. But I will show you the brackets. No, I won't because I can't get it up on here. Never mind. Stay tuned for the next video. Alright, thank you. See you later.